What's up, everybody? How you guys doing today? Welcome back to another episode of the Takeover, brought to you by Tycoon TV. I'm your host and moderator for today, JuiceGQ, also the CEO and co-founder of Tycoon Sports Media Group. Hey, man, we're here to have some fun, talk some hot topics, talk some hot takes. And I mean, it's been a minute that we've seen you guys, but we want to get back in the groove of things and let y'all know how we've been feeling and let you guys know what we've been thinking too. So today we got a hot slate. I'm here with my guys, Keelan Knight and my boy, Duane Spearman. But we're going to sit over here and we're going to talk about the Battle of New York. Obviously, the Giants and the Jets have been going crazy this year, and nobody expected them to be this nice or even playoff contention. But we see what happened there. So we're going to see who's going to come out of the top of New York. Also, we're going to see what happened to them boys. As an Eagle fan, could nothing make me happier. But we're going to see what's going on with the terrible Cowboys, bro. We're going to talk about it. And then also we're going to get into the slam dunk contest because the NBA All-Star weekend is right around the corner. So let's go ahead and get into it. Fellas, how you guys feeling today, man? Keelan, Duane, talk to me, man.
My guys, how y'all doing, man? It's championship weekend, NFL both got their Super Bowl bids on the line, and it's still All-Star break is coming soon. So I'm very happy. I'm very excited. It's a happy day to be in sports.
Man, how y'all boys doing? Duane, another episode, brother. I'm ready to debate some good topics with you. Juice, I'm on them. I'm on him the whole episode. I want you to know. America, I want y'all to know I'm on them. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into it.
America, we got 8 of them things now. We got 8 of them things. We working. Come on, man. We trying to get through. We trying to get to the next level. Just rock with us. Come on. Keep sticking with us. We're going to continue to grow and continue to build this family. But our first topic, we're going to talk about the New York Giants and the New York Jets. Hey, man, it's the Battle of the Boroughs. Hey, who you guys got coming out of there? Actually, Battle of Jersey versus New York, because we in the Meadowlands with it. At that point, you got me, Jersey stand up. But it's all good. Duane, talk to me. Who you taking first, bro? Like, you got the Giants or the Jets coming out having the better record next year?
Listen, man, I know they're an NFC East rival, being an Eagles fan, but for me, the New York Giants have a very bright future. I'm very, very, very happy with the way things went for them personally. Brian Daboll, he was the right hire. He took the team from 4 wins to 9 wins in their first season, so a significant jump. He's already implemented how he wants players to play. They play hard, they play fast, they play physical, and he's brought them to their first playoff berth since 2016. So I'm super impressed. They got nice young pieces in Andrew Thomas, Kayvon Thibodeau, Danny Dimes. He made Danny Dimes look like a competent starter out there. He did his thing versus Minnesota. So I'm very happy to see what the Giants are doing. I think they'll take over New York.
All right, Keelan, what you thinking?
I think that's a bold one right there because, first of all, I think the New York Jets are most definitely the best team in New York, and it's going to be like that for a long time. And he mentioned young talent. I mean, they have Sauce Gardner on the outside, Quinn Williams on the inside, on defense. You go to the offensive side of the ball, Bryce Hall, before he got hurt, he was my rookie of the year at one point. Then you have Garrett Wilson, who showed that he could be a great receiver in this league. And I feel like the Jets are only one piece away from making a real run, and that's at the quarterback position. We saw how inconsistent they were with Zach Wilson not being able to get it done. But I've heard and read articles that, hey, they might risk it all and go get a guy like Aaron Rodgers or go get a superstar player that can make this team very good. And you go out and get a coach, Daniel Hackett. He was a good OC with the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, like a couple of years ago, we saw the success with Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. Adams. And last year with the Broncos, it wasn't too much success. I feel like because of Russell Wilson didn't play good, but he's a good signal caller. So you put all that together, Duane, I don't know. I like the Jets. I like them.
All right, Duane, off with his head, Duane. Talk to him. What you think?
May I speak? Put all that together, good offensive coordinator. Who's throwing the ball? Oh, wait, we got Zach Wilson throwing the ball. Ain't nothing going down. Zach Wilson at the center, ain't nothing going down, brother. I'm sorry. The future is depleted. It's over.
Trust me. We both know. After how this season played out, they know They can't deal with that a whole another season. This team has too much potential to let that happen again. I don't know if they'll go get somebody in the draft or make a splash and go get an Aaron Rodgers. If they do, I'm telling you, they're a quarterback away from making a real run now. Now,
before we move on,
good.
man, but before we move on, I gotta let you guys know you guys are both playing with some hostile territory because Jets, you guys are lacking some pieces, obviously, in a quarterback. And then Giants, you guys are lacking some pieces in the receiver ends because Saquon is tired. Saquon is tired of running with them bricks on his back and carrying this whole team. So, man, we're going to see what happens next year, but we got to move on. But we're going to sit over here and talk about the Giants rivals in the NFC East. We used to be the NFC least, but now we're looking like the NFC beast. Bruh, talk to me about them Cowboys, man. I ain't gonna say the word. We ain't trying not to say the word because everybody's a professional athlete and at the top of the top. Everybody's the cream of the crop. But why don't y'all play like it? We don't understand it when as soon as them bright lights get on y'all fold and crumble like a piece of paper, like the newspaper that y'all come out on every week. Hey, man, Keelan, talk to us. What is wrong with these bum Cowboys, man?
To be honest, I'm gonna kind of keep it. I'm not gonna go too in on the Cowboys because I feel like the only reason why they haven't made the jump that I think everybody is waiting on them to make is because of one reason: inconsistent play from Dak Prescott. You're talking about a guy that missed after the first game against Tampa Bay. He missed the next 5 to 6 games, and he still leads the league in interceptions. So that shows me that you don't know how to take care of the football. If you watch that divisional round against the 49ers, he made questionable decision making. And he did that all season. And I think the only way the Cowboys are going to make that jump that they want is if he cleans up his play. And I think going into next season, they're going to be watching him very closely because if he doesn't get the job done, in my opinion, or plays like a top 5 quarterback, don't be surprised if Jerry Jones say, you know what, I'm tired of it. I'm about to either go make a splash and get a quarterback that's proven, or go get me one of these younger guys because I'm just tired of putting up with it. And on top of that, when it counts, he's 2-4 in the playoffs.
Since we're saying stats, 17 interceptions with 6 games with 2 or more. How are you going to defend this, Duane?
Listen, I feel like you guys are overreacting just a little bit. This Cowboys team is in prime position. It's hitting their stride. You know what I mean? They're building something there. Like you said, with Dak, he does need to cut it back on the turnovers. That's why I do think the offense should be more run reliant and more run heavy and give him a lot more easier throws. You know, he doesn't know how to give him a lot more easier throws. That's what you're supposed to make it easy for your quarterback at the end of the day. Nobody can be Mahomes and, you know what I mean, run around and miraculously find a receiver in the end zone. That's not how it is. It's not reality. But help Dak out with making easier throws. Get him another receiver. Yes, CD Lamb is not a 1. Get him another receiver. Some more weapons.
Hold on. He says help him out. He says help Dak out. He has Micah Parsons on the defense. Trayvon Diggs on the defense. He has Lawrence on the defense. He has a miraculous defense. That's a lot of help. That's 50% there. And then you have CeeDee Lamb, Zeke, and Tony Pollard on the offense. That's about 80%. You about 80% there. You're the last 20.
No. And Juice, not to mention, at one point, then he have Amari Cooper can get it done with him. You got Micah Gallup, and you telling me now, Duane, we're not talking about a rookie quarterback or a guy that's in year 1 or year 2. This is a veteran quarterback, and you telling me make it easy on him?
Give him 20 more seconds to try to defend that terrible point, but go ahead before we have to go ahead and go to commercial.
Be patient with Dak. Let him keep growing. Let him keep growing and keep the offense run reliant. Like you said, Juice named a bunch of defensive players who are really good and going to be stepping in their prime very soon. So the defense won't be a problem. But the offensive side, get him some more weapons, and I think this team will be just fine. They'll be in another position to make it to an NFC championship or a Super Bowl sooner than later. I really do.
Well, man, we're going to go to commercial. We'll come back to it, this crazy man after a break. we're going to sit over here and talk about, is Georgia the new kings of the college football spectrum? We're going to talk about NBA All-Star Weekend a little bit, and then obviously the most anticipated event in there, the All-Star break. The dunk contest. So don't go nowhere. We'll be right back, y'all.
The life that athletes encompass today is no joke. A 24/7 job that requires constant commitment, daily focus, and of course, a foundational team who back them on their journey toward success. And that's where we come in. The goal of Tycoon Sports Media Group is to help grow and elevate the sports industry, one athlete at a time, via various media techniques. Tycoon Sports is a full-service media agency that was designed to provide services to athletes, trainers, athletic programs, parents, and more, looking to build the image and brand of each athlete and expand the marketability to better attract different companies and audiences. TSM wants to focus solely on unlocking the creative capacity of its athletes while elevating the brand we are helping them build.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Takeover. Hey, man, so we're going to sit over here and talk about some college football, all right? They've been saying I want to say it's called the Oval of Death. So it's an oval that starts at Georgia, comes over to Bama, goes to Mississippi, and then curves over right the edge of Louisiana, and then comes back around. So in case y'all don't know, that's the SEC. They've been ripping and running through college football for the past, I think, 17 years. Out of the past 17, the SEC has won 16 of those championships. So out of the last couple of years, though, it's been showing that the big dogs out of the SEC are kind of looking like the Georgia Bulldogs. We got to find out. This is going to be a long talk, but we're going to start off with the Alabama fan. Hey, man, Mr. Boogie, talk to us. Is y'all's time on the throne over?
No, sir.
Pass up the torch?
No.
Are you passing up the throne? Talk to me. What's going on?
No, sir. No, sir. It's not. I feel like as long as Nick Saban is the coach at Alabama, Alabama is going to be the king of college football. We're talking about a program since he's been on campus. I believe it was 2008. 6 national championships. I can't even remember a last time they were out of the top 5. Not even the top 10. I'm talking about the top 5. And since the college football playoff has existed, this was the first season that Alabama was not in the mix. And we know those 2 games they lost this year could have easily went their way, and they should have been in there. You put TCU in there, and we saw how they got destroyed. Now, Georgia, they won 2 national championships back-to-back. I give them credit, but we know the reason why they're trying to pick up steam because they have to play catch-up to Bama. And we're not going to talk about the fact that once the guys get done playing at Alabama, they go dominate in the NFL, and they're superstars. So Alabama is most definitely still by far the king of college football. Tell Georgia to catch up, man.
He's hurt right now. All right. He's hurt right now. That's what's going on. Duane, why is this man in denial?
I sense the frustration, but I also sense the scared look on his face. He didn't want to admit it.
I thought I was the only one to sign. He looked scared.
He was scared. Man, it's time for the tide be put aside. The big dogs are here. As you can see, 29-1 in the last 2 years. You know what I mean? And it just so happens for one of those national championships, Georgia actually beat Alabama. So how you really want to spin it? And as I was looking and researching for the 2024 recruiting class, this year's upcoming class, Georgia is number 1, the top dogs. Kirby took that formula and said, you made it a hot line, I'm making it a hot song. And as you can see, Georgia, they're the hottest out right now. Let's go.
My rebuttal to that is that you mentioning 2 years, which I've done over a 2-year span. Bama has done it. It's hard for me to say
keep it short.
It's hard for me to say you can replace a team that's been doing it for over a decade compared to 2 years. Not saying Georgia is not headed in the right direction, but they have some work to do to become the kings of college football just in 2 years. Come on now. Come on.
Okay, so there's a little bit more work to be done. I
Most
understand.
definitely.
Okay, you don't want to put the horse before the carriage. You guys do have more national championships, but I think Georgia's on their way. They're definitely on their way to a third one. Have you seen the schedule coming out for next year? But that's a conversation for another episode. We'll talk about that soon. Let's go ahead and talk about some basketball before you guys. We go to another commercial break. Talk about some NBA overachievers and some NBA underachievers. Who has upset you guys? Who has disappointed you guys? And then who has shocked you guys and surprised you guys? Duane, I'll start with you.
Yes, I'm going to start with overachievers. I'm going to start on the positive tip. Overachievers to me, as far as the ball club, is Denver Nuggets. Second best record in the NBA right now currently. Jokic handling his business. But what I'm really surprised is they didn't have Jamal Murray for the beginning of the season. They didn't have MPJ for the beginning of the season, and they still held it down. And now the emergence of Aaron Gordon, he's been a surprise guy for me. He's been a really key guy for the Nuggets, defending, rebounding, also putting in a lot of points this year. So the Denver Nuggets, to me, on a high note, they've been really surprising.
Who you got on the high note over there, Keelan?
Okay, well, me, I'm going to go with the Indiana Pacers, and I'm going to tell you why. When the season first started, everybody had them in the victor sweepstakes. But they've been led by rookie Benedict Mathurin, who has 17 points per game. He's considered by a lot of people as the rookie of the year. We have Miles Turner. Since he's come back, he's been on the tear. They just gave him a $60 million extension days ago. And I also like the way Buddy Hield has been playing as well. So the Indiana Pacers, they're not probably going to be a playoff team, but they are playing way better basketball than a lot of people predicted coming into this NBA season for sure.
I like that. The Pacers are definitely holding. I love Ben. I definitely love his confidence. I love everything he stands for. But I definitely don't see him winning over Paolo. But that's another conversation, like I said, for another episode, man. But talk to me about some underachievers who disappointed you sometime this year, man. Talk to me, Duane.
Now, underachievers. It's time to get to the nitty gritty. We're 50 games in, and what I'm looking at and seeing is Toronto Raptors. You have disappointed me. 50 games in, you have the fifth worst record in the league. Excuse me. You know what I mean? With talents such as Siakam, Gary Trent, Scotty Barnes, I was expecting him to take a bigger leap this year. He hasn't. It's all right. Rookies and young players, they all grow at a different pace. But y'all was a playoff team last year. Gave Embiid and Harden some tough times. I was expecting to build off of that and come in and be at least a top 8 team. Y'all have the 5th worst record in the league. Wake up, Toronto. What's going on, man?
They don't got no superstars over there, man. What you expecting, man? They don't got no superstars over there, man. You got a lot of faith in Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam, who are great players. But come on, man. They had Kawhi Leonard. That's where that playoff energy was coming from. Yeah, we still got it.
I can respect that.
Kawhi was just here. We still the same team. Yeah. Right about it. Yeah, that joke's going. We need another superstar to revamp these guys.
Joe, how you feel about
who you got, man? Who you got?
My underachiever has to go to the team in Florida, the Miami Heat. Talking about a team who came into the season after a heartbreaking series loss to the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. You would think coming into the season they would be hungry, that they were coming in like with meaning business, because I personally thought they had everything it took to beat Boston that year. Jimmy missed the last second shot, 50-50, but they have not been performing this year. And I'm going to talk about your boy Bam, man. Bam has been showing flashes that he can be a dominant force, but he also has games where, hey, you played against big men that shouldn't even be on the floor with you, and you playing down to their level. I want to see him be more consistent. And I also want to see Jimmy Buckets be more consistent, because if you remember the playoff run he had last year, I thought if he played like that consistently, he could arguably be a top 5 player, but he's not showing me that, throughout the season so far. So I need those two guys to step it up. I like what Tyler's doing, but I need Bam and Jimmy to step it up. They're currently sixth team in the East, middle of the pack, underachieving.
Underachiever. I'm not gonna go too much into that, but obviously, bro, as Duane and I are actual Heat fans, we completely agree right now. I've been on the honestly, as if I was putting on my GM hat, I would have been trading Bam. He would have been on my trade block at great value, but he's not doing what I need him to do personally. We'll talk about that obviously sometime else this week, but we're gonna go ahead and go to commercial, man. We have one more topic, heavy topic for you guys, you know what I mean? And then we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. But we love you guys. Tune in for this last topic. We're gonna talk about NBA All-Star Weekend and the Slam Dunk Contest, man. So you don't want to miss that conversation. All right, we'll be right back.
We are back now with Humble Hustler, the innovative entrepreneurial leadership organization that's making a huge difference in the lives of young Black men.
From Grand Bay, where I see a lot of on anything. Start up something that I learned.
This is a danger zone, yeah. This is a danger zone, yeah. This is a danger zone, yeah. This is a danger zone, yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. Last segment of the Takeover. Over here, we're talking about NBA All-Star Weekend. It is here right around the corner. The most exciting time in the NBA season outside of the playoffs, of course. But this is what we've been growing up on, the three-point contest, the slam dunk contest. But we've been seeing some high and low years. It's looking a little funny the past couple years with the slam dunk contest. We're actually not too interested now. But from what I see this year, they're trying to make it a little exciting. They're trying to bring in some G Leaguers. They're trying to spice it up a little bit. But fellas, who you guys got going in the winning? Actually, who you guys got winning in the slam dunk contest?
I'm gonna rock with Shaden Sharp, man. Shaden Sharp is a high flyer. You know, I've seen him. I haven't really watched him in game as much because Portland comes on very late. But I've seen a couple of clips on social media with him having extreme bounce. I seen him in pregame warm-ups gliding. To me, he has one of the highest verticals I've seen from current players in the NBA. I would like to see his creativity with his dunk, but I think if he can find a way to be creative and get the judges, to get right, I think he can take the trophy home. So I'm gonna rock with Shaden Sharp.
I respect that. Talk to me, Wayne. Who you thinking?
For me personally, I'm gonna go with Mac McClung. I wouldn't call him a high flyer necessarily, but for his size, he can jump. I've seen a few clips on Instagram, seen a few clips on YouTube. The dude can fly, and he's pretty creative with his dunks. He's gonna have to get super creative, but for the fact that he's small, they'll shoot him some bail. Small guys have a good track record in the slam dunk contest, such as Nate Robinson and guys like that. So they'll shoot some bail for him. I really think he can come in and swoop it out, for the G Leaguers.
I'm not mad at that. I just need to see a different dunk than the reverse. He got that reverse down pat, but it's like we need to see a little bit more, man, a little bit more creativity because at that point,
Right.
Shaden Sharp is a monster. You know what I mean? Shaden Sharp gets up on that rim. But hey, we're gonna see how it turns out. But do you guys see it being elevation of the slam dunk contest, or do you see it being a decrease? Do you guys see it going down, man? Because honestly, we haven't had the best slam dunk contest in the past couple of years, especially with Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon. We don't see the likes of that every year. So what do you guys expect as far as the impact of this one?
I mean, I think it's gonna be pretty good, but I feel like we as fans would love to see the superstar players get in the slam dunk contest, especially the ones that can fly. We all remember growing up seeing the Vince Carter, we seen Kobe. I think the only superstar that had bounce that didn't get in one, from my understanding, would be LeBron James. So I mean, we've seen the best of them. I remember Jason Richardson. Hey, I remember Vince Carter sticking his arm in the goal, man. Like I miss those slam dunk contests. So Zion, even Ant-Man, if y'all listening to this, man, give us one, man. Give us one, please.
Just one, please. Wayne, what you thinking? Same thing?
He basically summed it up, I think you said a little bit generously that it's been high and low. Nah, this has been a snooze fest for the most part. Like, this has been, you know what I mean? To be honest, this has been a concession. You know what I mean? This is go on your phone and go watch something else. Scroll your Twitter or something. Like, NBA, you gotta fix this. You know what I mean? I think personally, like K-Book said, we challenge the stars to come out and do the dunk contest, man. Like, as much as y'all don't think it goes a long way, it does, especially for kids. It's a great platform to be on. Like, it can only be a bonus. You know what I mean? Like, we want to see the best athletes and the best players flying through the air and competing. So that's that's my personal message. That's our personal message. Elite players, come and dunk, bro.
Please. That's all we ask. And it's like, I understand the risk of injury or risk of coming down weird and all of that. I understand that. But we haven't seen anybody getting hurt in the damn slam dunk contest. We haven't seen it one time. Like, it's no evidence of somebody actually getting badly hurt and their season was done and their GM came down from the stands and said, what is going on? Why would you dunk? Oh my gosh, our season is done. Nobody has done that. It's never happened. So please, we just want one dunk contest. Ja, Zion, Ant-Man, shoot, even LeBron, if you year 19 jumping in that John, I don't care,
And
bro.
Juice to piggy off on that. I don't mean to cut you off, brother, but hey, if you go look at the pregame warm-ups, some of the dunks these guys doing the warm-ups, you can get hurt doing that. Like, look at the dunks they doing in pregame warm-up, and you know, like just pay attention to the All-Star game. You know, they already don't play no defense. It's gonna be half of the time they're gonna get free transition dunks. They're gonna try to show out. You could have did that in the dunk contest. Yeah, so it's like,
on that note, I'm gonna end it on your genius. On that note, I'm gonna just end it on your genius and your great statement, bro, because this makes no sense. We are highly disappointed as NBA fans, and we need better and we deserve better. We pay our hard-working money for this snooze fest.
Make the dunk contest great again. That's all we gonna say, man.
That's all we gonna say. Make it great again. Make the slam dunk contest great again. That's all we want, man. But it's been your host, JuiceGQ. It's been your guys, Keelan and Duane. Hey, man, another episode of the Takeover, another week down. Thank you for chopping it up with us. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, man, please keep rocking with us as we grow and as we elevate. We here, man. We here to just be here and give our topics and be the voice of the new vibe, the new media, whatever you guys want to call it. We here, man. We here to be a service to you guys and give our takes and our expertise. So, y'all be safe. We'll see y'all next week. Takeover out.